Welcome back, Torchic lovers. Here now, then and for. This is torchicguy. I shall be your captain again, and this is my final episode for Pikmin for quite a while. Anyway, what better way for a captain to end off his journey than to read his captain log? 1 day since impact, I have somehow managed to launch the dolphin, but I was somehow surprised to see the onion lift off with me. Perhaps the Pikmin cannot survive overnight on the planet's surface. Or have they merely decided to join me for other reasons? Either way, it seems like they will help me again tomorrow. Dolphin is missing 29 parts. If I can't recover them all, I may never return home to my family on planet Hawkeye. Analysis shows that life support systems will function for only 29 more days. How can I repair my dolphin in such a short time? A dense forest is visible on the surface below, as it holds the keys to my survival. I name it the Forest of Hope. I explore it tomorrow. Now, I'm not going to read every single one. I'm just going to read from day 12 onward. 12 days since impact. It is very strange. The scenery of this planet, which I once found hostile, now sometimes strikes me as surprisingly serene. Perhaps the Pikmin have opened my heart to the beauty of this world. I even started thinking that there were some parts I do not need. A daydream. 13 days since impact. When I see the Pikmin engaged in fierce battle with the other creatures of this world, I often grow uneasy considering why they never attacked me. Could it be that they actually view me as a parental figure? A strange, disturbing thought. 14 days since impact. I wonder if I shall ever be able to escape from this world. How much suffering must I endure before I finally see my family back home again? Still, when my heart grows too heavy, I take comfort in my efforts. I will get home, or expire trying. 15 days since impact. The creatures of this planet breathe a deadly poisonous gas, oxygen. At present, my spacesuit can filter the oxygen out, but if the batteries for my life support system should fail, I shudder to think about it. 16 days since impact. No matter how many of their compatriots fall in battle, the Pikmin fight on. Would this have been a peaceful planet had it never come? No. Surely the Pikmin lived like this before my arrival. They must have! In any case, I must not waver if I hope to return home. My task now is to do whatever I can to recover all of the dolphin's missing parts. 70 days since impact. I wonder if these Pikmin were waiting for me to arrive. No, not necessarily me, but an alien being like me who could fight alongside them. On this planet, they are a weak species, but maybe they see that they can use the power of an alien brain to climb to the top of the natural order. Such ideas make me wonder if it isn't I who is being used by them. That is a very interesting thought, Olimar. As the more I read this, the more I see just how well written diaries are. 18 days since impact. It has been 18 days since I crashed on this planet. My reflection in the mirror is growing a little gaunt. And to think that my wife warned me not to gain too much weight on this vacation. Ha! The thought makes me chortle. She would surely be surprised to see me now. It feels as if it has been many years since I saw her last. 19 days since impact. This is an ever-surprising ecosystem. What has caused this planet's vegetation to grow such gigantic proportions? In comparison to the Pikmin, the other creatures of this planet, the scale of the plant life here seems inexplicable. Perhaps long ago, creatures of incomprehensible size walked the surface of this planet. Just imagine. Damn, that's really kind of dark for a Nintendo game. 20 days since impact. Occasionally when I look behind me, I make some very amusing discoveries. The Pikmin all seem to follow me in the same fashion, but there are always individual specimens that end up performing the wrong actions. I suppose if there are agile, capable Pikmin, there must also be the clumsy, dim Pikmin as well. That is the natural way of things. Same thing goes with humans, Olimar. Same thing goes with humans. 21 days since impact. My people were born out of the sea of stars to come down to Hawkeye. And when we complete our lives, we return to the great ocean of stars. But since these Pikmin come from the depths of the soil, surely to the soil they shall return. How very poetic. While it is all alien to me, the basic premise is universally beautiful. Wow, man, that's pretty deep, Olimar. I can really respect that. 22 days since impact. At times, these seemingly emotionless Pikmin act with a blind urgency. For instance, the Pikmin who so tirelessly dig up grass, what could be driving them to do so? Is it merely the promise of the sweet taste of nectar? Or is it some basic instinct that is beyond my capacity to understand? Will I ever know? It's drug addictions, Olimar. Drug addictions. 23 days since impact. At first glance, the Pikmin have such innocent faces, but this is misleading. They can actually be surprisingly whimsical. After leaving the group, they dig up plants on their own and frolic about, sometimes never returning to the onion. When I find none following me, I begin to worry. I must pay careful mind to their movements. More drug-induced behavior? I don't know. 24 days since impact. Gradually, my repairs to the dolphin continue. The ship is like a part of me. One could even say that it is tied to my very essence. It was a long, one might say, epic journey, going from mere repairman to captain of my own ship. But now I'm rambling. Looking from this planet to the skies above, I see the pale white moon floating overhead. It brings to mind memories of the moon from back home. I bet that even now, my wife and children are sitting at home, gazing up at our pale red moon. Hang on, dear ones. Your Olimar shall return someday. Red moon? I always wonder what that looked like. Must look pretty dang cool. 26 days since impact. When I am surrounded by legions of Pikmin, I always picture the face of my boss, the head of the pilot union. He's always so sharp-tongued with his orders, but I imagine he must have felt pretty much the same way that I do now. It's funny how a change of perspective can bring with it a deeper understanding of others. I like your lessons, Olimar. Whoever wrote these, they really put a lot of thought into it, and I can admire that. 27 days since impact. I can't help but hear a slow, hissing sound inside my head. It seems that the stress is causing the last of my hair to fall out. My wife always warned me not to let the little things bother me, to prepare for the bigger things instead. Very well, I shall heed her sage words. This shall be the last time I count my precious stands. 1, 2... Poor Olimar. Today's dinner is instant space noodles once again. It feels as if I have been eating it forever, and I never liked it much to begin with. Certainly I did not want to drain my savings, but perhaps I shouldn't have budgeted so tightly. How I long for my wife's home cooking. 29 days since impact. Tomorrow is the day my life support system fails. If I do not recover all my parts, I have no choice but to try and blast off. Missing a few parts may not affect my attempts to return to Hakatate, but then again, it may. At any rate, I must try to recover the remaining parts tomorrow. I really like that. I don't know if it's just me overanalyzing, but it's amazing to just see just how much a diary, a log, or a journal can add to a character. In fact, ever since Let's Playing this game again, I've decided while writing my own story, one character will have a log of his journey. I really feel like that will add a lot to his character as well to the story. It always does. Anyway, this has been torchicguy, your captain, speaking. It has been an honor to Let's Play this game again with you people, and this is him signing off to Pikmin once more. Goodbye, have a good night, I gotta go get some sleep. Farewell, everybody.